Well, 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 well. Hello to the future. How was your day? How's your week? How's your month? How is your year? However it's going, I hope you're taking it out on art. Meowing it. I'm streaming. I know you get chatty when I get chatty, but I'm streaming. That's the reason. I'm getting chatty, my guy. I'm getting chatty because I'm getting chatty with my caddy. I'm trying to get you in focus. Just hang on, sweet boy. Here we go. That's what we all came for. Here's the good content right there. That's the good stuff. How are y'all doing today? How's life? How's love? How's laughter? Live, love, laugh. Meow, meow, meow. My guy's begging for a can of cat food, even though I can still see he's got wet food in his bowl from about 30 minutes ago. Need to finish it. Oh, cool. I'll check it out. You don't post in the Discord anymore, Flag? You want to get down? It's all good. I can click the link. You want to get down? Whoa, oh! He's trying to get down. Yeah, it's all good. Wait, whoa, oh. Oh my goodness, what should we draw today? What should we draw today? What should we draw today? What do we think? Pretty good. Alright, let me get my tools together. Where's my pencil starter? Bye. A man as a woman. And then make her a lesbian. Okay, alright. That's too much of like a snake eating its own head. I can't figure out what's going on. It's a lot. I like the way you're thinking though. Okay, so I guess we'll start with portraits then. Guess we could probably pull out take it out on art. Probably don't need the schedule right now. But we could put it up here if we move it over. Like this. What if we schedule? Can we move that to the other side? Guess not. Oh well. Good enough. Something like that. That way they know what we're doing here. But we're about to go live vertical again, Flag. You know how we do. You know the routine. We're gonna go vertical, and then I'm gonna put the vertical stream. I'll put the vertical stream chat on the screen here. I'll have to Google around. I can't figure out how to put it like in the chat straight up yet, but figuring it out. Water heater. Well, that sounds nice. You are locked in on that writing, huh? You need to look into that Blake Snyder beat sheet. It'll make all your writing better. Alright, I'm just stalling here for a second before we start. Sure, I got all my stuff here. You might should jump over to the vertical with this flag as we get going too, maybe. You know how it gets over there. It's crazy. Sometimes. But you'll see. It might be slow. If it's fast, you can hop on over and help me corral the crazies. If not, I'll just be here rambling about my drawings. You know the deal. You know the routine. I'm missing a piece of charcoal. Fucking used it all, didn't I? Bad. Very sad. Oh, I like the feel of that one. Maybe I got another one. Look at this. Box of charcoal. It's full up to the brim. I've just been collecting charcoal over the years. It's all my scraps and stuff. I just put them in this box. It's fucking full up to the brim of different pencils and sticks, and it's crazy. It's got everything. And it's full to the brim. No shortage of charcoal. That's for damn sure. Oh, nice. Maybe he'll stop by, and I'm gonna stream for an hour or so. If he's still streaming when we're done, we got some viewers. We'll give him a raid. You know. Alright, so I'm just gonna give it 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll give it till 6:10, 3 more minutes. He's gonna be grinding on those watches for the rest of his life. Flag. Just like you're gonna be writing and drawing for the rest of your life. Just like I am. Forever. 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 You know? Oh, I got charcoal in my eye already. I just started. But Flag, you should look into vertical streaming from your phone. You don't need OBS. You don't need anything fancy at all. You just use YouTube app, and you could just put it on a stand over your drawing and just draw, or put it on over your iPad and just draw. I hear you. I hear you. I heard you. Heard you. So you don't really need anything special. You have a YouTube channel, right? All right, we're about to go live. I'm chatting with the stream, buddy. That's what I'm chatting with. I know you might be confused. Open up that box of charcoal. Got my. Yeah, so the vertical YouTubes, it's real easy. You just use the YouTube app. You have the YouTube app on your phone. And that's the only way you can stream vertically is from your phone. So you don't need OBS, you don't need anything. You just point your phone at your drawing and draw. And YouTube is like really friendly to it right now. Like YouTube will probably put you into the algorithm. Yeah, well, I can't help with that. I can't help with that. But I hears you. But I hear you. All right, well, you're about to go live with me, so hold on to your butts. Here we go. You ready for this? Okay, we're gonna pull the song down. Kitty cat, do me a favor. Eat that. Come on, eat that. Let's go food. All right. Okie dokie, okie dokie, okie dokie. You ready for this? Next. Is this made for kids? No. Last time to visit the little girl's room. All right, so we're gonna go live now. You ready? Hold on to your butts, y'all. Dun, 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 dun. We're going live. Maybe I should use that song. Can I do that song? Did I just make that song up, or did that sound familiar? So I could give me a copyright strike. All right, so we're just getting started here. Let's do something fun like that. Started something like that. That's a pretty good start. Feeling pretty good about that right out the gate. Huh? What do we think? Not too bad. Okay. Alright. Okay, that's not such a bad start. What do you think? What do we think? What do we think? Where's my new piece of charcoal? Oh, that's a good waxy piece of charcoal. I think I like that. Let's take that over here. Adding some shadows. We'll see how it smudges though. Okay. Alright, something like that. That's not too bad. Alright, what do we think? Pretty good start. Alright, let's smudge it around. Get some detail. Like maybe we could light up a little bit. Yeah, that helps. Alright, this new piece of charcoal I got is not too bad. Alright, so let's find the highlights. It's kind of waxy, like pastel type. I don't think it's a pastel, but it's very waxy. You know what else we need to do is while I'm back here with my mind, right? We can open this guy. What we wanted to do is find this stream here and pop out the chat. I know you. I think that do so good because this I see in the videos week that you do that and then it's going to be so perfect. Great job. Thank you, Meme. I appreciate you. Appreciate you coming in and having something kind to say. I appreciate it. All right, so there we go. Now we got the vertical chat on the stream. That way it doesn't appear that I'm talking to myself any more than I'm actually already kind of talking to myself. But thanks, Meme. I appreciate it. That's really nice of you to say. All right. If you've just joined us on YouTube, be sure and subscribe if you like what you're seeing. We're also on Twitch. You want to check that out. We also have a horizontal a horizontal stream on YouTube as well. It has a little bit of a different, wider view. Something like that. How are you? Meme, are you an artist? What brings you here? Mod God in the chat. All right, so let's bring up some darker areas here. See that waxy charcoal and this charcoal are not going to play nice together. I wonder if that what I think is charcoal actually is a piece of pastel. So by mistake or so, but I guess you can mix pastel and charcoal because I did, didn't I? Let's see. I think it is pastel. There we go. How's that look? For a quick drawing. How long did that take us? 5 minutes exactly? Well, there we go. Drawing number 1. Just your everyday nerd. What's up? Haven't seen you. I don't think we saw you last stream. Thanks for joining us again, everyday nerd. How have you been? What's been up with you? It's nice to have you back. Chev XP, what's up? How are you? Thanks for joining. Are you an artist as well? Be sure and like the stream if you're watching. It helps. Or subscribe. That helps even more. Please like and subscribe. All right, let's try this again. Here we go, y'all. All right. He's funny looking fella. All right. Oh, now he looks handsome all of a sudden. Okay, it's a pretty good start. Do you see a face there? All right, let's give it a shot. I'm gonna try a different piece of charcoal. I'm not trusting that new piece. Is this it? Every time I open that charcoal box, that drives my sinus is crazy. This is a nice piece of charcoal, but it's kind of large. All right, so we're just trying to find some shadows now. Like that. Yeah, I'm not trying to be too critical of my drawing ever. I'm just trying to like have fun putting lines on the paper, hoping that it turns into something. Kind of like to think of it like when you see shapes and of things in clouds that like there's not actually shapes in the clouds. A lot of that is in your imagination. So when I'm drawing, I kind of try to draw like that, where like, maybe a lot of what you see in the drawing could be in the person looking at its imagination. Takes a little bit of the pressure off of me, puts a little bit of the pressure on you as the audience. Hey, what's up, Marie? Thank you so much. Thanks for hopping in and having something nice to say. Give us a subscribe, like the stream. Also, we're gonna do some figures in a second, some like full size body drawings of like maybe some jazz musicians or maybe some rodeo or maybe some ballet dancers or something. If somebody has a request, let me know. All right, so now we're going to use our eraser here. What's up, Athena? Thanks for joining and saying hello. Be sure and subscribe. We're also on horizontal on YouTube and on Twitch as well. You want to give us a follow over there. Yeah, and if anybody wants to make some kind of request, be willing to listen. All right, so that's getting pretty close there, right? My face came together pretty quickly. Athena, Maria, Chev, are you artists? What brings you to the stream? Thanks for hopping in. I think the light's probably coming from this side here. Good. That's not too bad. What do we think? I like that one. I want to see some details. Stream first. Yeah, so when you kind of see it close, you can kind of, well, it's hard to show y'all, but kind of looks just like chaos, you know. But you on the horizontal stream, you can see it in a zoomed in shot. The guys in the vertical, they get what they get. All right, let's keep going. What do y'all think? Do y'all like portraits or do y'all want to see me draw like full figures? Head to toe. Look up. Usually we've been doing jazz musicians. Let's do some dancers. Maybe not dancers. Let's go back to jazz musicians. Okay, I definitely spelled that wrong. Need to go down. We've already seen all of these. We've already seen all of these. You know, we hadn't done a singer yet. Maybe we do some singers on the stream. All right, where's my other pencil? Y'all ready? Hey, what's up, demonic angel? I love your name. It's an amazing name. All right, so what do we do? Let's do blues musician. Sorry, I'm just looking for some pictures to draw. Here we go. I don't know if we've done this one yet. Let's get this one done. All right. All right, something like that. Okay. All right. Something like that. Right. Okay, so I'm just trying to find the basics. Yo, I play guitar and I have the worst time like draw. I need to just practice drawing the shape of a guitar because I fucking suck drawing the shape of a guitar. Okay, that's not a bad start here. And then let's put one hand here like this and another hand here. Again, I'm not trying to be too critical when I'm drawing right now. I'm just kind of like putting some lines down and just letting it come together. No, no. Gabriel Saint understands where you're coming from. As an archangel myself. uh, welcome to the community. It looks good so far. Thanks, nerd. How you been, everyday nerd? What's been up with you? What you been doing? Are you making art? How have you been? And I'm sorry if you already have, but nerd, be sure and subscribe and like. It's always nice to see repeat offenders. Yeah, maybe something like that. Be cool. Okay, so I think maybe we need to like establish that he's got some legs down here. All right, now we can do some smudging. I always tell myself I'm gonna do less smudging, but then I just go crazy, don't I? All right, so there's a good beginning, I think, and now we're gonna start looking for some highlights. Let me see. Let's think about smudging. Once you get going, you gotta go ahead and finish it out. You either do smudging or you don't, I guess. All right, let's get going. Demonic, you have found your people, for damn sure you have. Be sure and subscribe. Also, join the Twitch. I mean the Discord. Demonic, are you an artist as well? If you're really looking for a community, Twitch and the Discord, there's a lot of artists there that share their work. If you want to go share your art there, meet some of the other guys and gals and non-binary pals in the community. I'm sure they would love you with a name like that. All right, so we're getting a little bit more details coming out here. A little bit more details coming out. I think we need to kind of commit on this headstock here. Got it. So, there we go. You know, we're not gonna be too critical on it. Like, no, we're just gonna let it ride. Oh, not the waxy one. Alright, something like that. And then this particular guitar he plays has like block inlays, they call it. So I'm gonna try to imply that right there. And then it's got a couple knobs over here and draw those knobs in. It's got like this binding around the edge. So let's kind of find that here. Something like that. How do you feel about that? Maybe we can find. And this is just another eraser that I'm using, by the way. Something like that. Oh, I like this one. I don't want to get too much further into it. Makeup artist and nail artist. No way. Your talent level. Oh, thanks. Makeup artist and a nail artist. I fucking love it. Very cool. I'm a filmmaker. I've made a few films in my life and worked with very many makeup artists. I'm a fan. Actually, I mean, I did special effects for a couple films when I was younger. So I guess technically I worked as a makeup artist. Special effects makeup artist. All right, we're gonna add some more like contrast around the fingers. Wherever I kind of like want the audience to look, we'll add a little bit more contrast there. So basically the eyes and the hands in a drawing like this. All right, what do we think? There's our first figure of the day. We've done a couple faces. What do y'all like better? Do we like the people or the portraits? Nerd says, it looks amazing and I wish I could stay to see it finish, but I have to leave. Well, you know what? We're just going to call it done. So you did get to stay. Man of many talents. Awesome. I have a bachelor's degree in special effects makeup. Well, that's very cool, Demonic. That's awesome. Maybe you would like my films. Do you like, you must like practical effects and stuff like that? What kind of films are you into as a special effects artist? Let's talk about movies. Oh, look, our Mod God flag is excited about our new member, Demonic Angel. Demonic, be sure and subscribe over here and over at the Twitch. Flag is one of our regulars here. I do name your films. Well, obviously, like The Thing. You know, if you're a special effects artist, I love practical stuff like The Thing. If that's your vibe, or something more modern, like uh, something more modern, like Guillermo del Toro, maybe something. You know, I love practical effects. How about my particular films? You could just look up my name on IMDb, or I have a couple films, horror films. I've directed couple horror films that are on Amazon Prime. If you're interested in checking them out. Old school, so like The Thing, anything Carpenter or Stephen King, all that stuff. Or I mean, that's pretty much the fucking stuff I'm into. Unless like some of the obscure B-roll stuff with the like really terrible effects, I really love those too, but I don't have them memorized and cataloged like some of the other stuff. All right, so let's give this another shot here. Okay. All right, something like that. Okay. Perfect. Something like that. All right, I can get with that. Okay. Maybe something like that. What's going on here? Let's see. Well, I can't see what's going on down here in the picture, so I'm just not even gonna fuck with it. All right, so there we are. We've hopped in. Demonic says I will. Yes. Gotta love the low end. Yeah, that stuff's funny. Like the Trolls movie. Is that what it is? Like the and the troll movies. Yeah, they're gonna eat him, and then they're gonna eat me. You know. Have you ever seen a movie called The House? Demonic? I think it's called The House. It's like I'm sure there's more than one film called The House, but this one it's an Asian film, and these four girls go to a house on top of a hill. I think the poster is like orange looking monster on the cover, I think, if I remember correctly. But it has some crazy creative practical effects. I also kind of like um Michel Gondry. Not horror films, but he does some really fun special effects that I kind of am into. Alright, so now we're gonna look for some shadows here. Kind of got way off of our reference here for some reason, because I was talking. Just forgot what we were drawing. Just got to yapping. This actually needs to put that. There's like a shadow here, a shadow there. You can get with that. Okay, so there's also like a shadow here. Softness here, not a dark, complete shadow. Shadows here. Looks like that could be dark. Not really sure what's going on down here. Alright, so that's the beginning there of our guy. I'll be looking to y'all. I need to go sharpen my pencils. What's up, Marcella? Well, Belinda, did you, Marcella, did you subscribe? Zoned out for a second. What the flip? Put my name. Oh, I'm trying. Please. Put the name Belinda. You want me to put the name Belinda into my drawing? How does that make any sense? If you subscribe, Belinda, I will. Subscribe, Belinda. I'll write your name on my face. How's that sound? All right, smudging. This is my least favorite part of drawing because all my hard work disappears. But gotta trust the process. Yes. Oh no. Alright, Marcella, please put my name Belinda. Well, how come it says Marcella? What's up, Lauren Colello? How are you? Lauren, are you an artist? Thanks for the kind words. The kind word. I'm hoping you're saying wow because you like the drawing and not who knows what other reason. But Lauren, if you like it, be sure and subscribe. All right, so we're looking for highlights here. Okay, something like that. Something like that. Okay, something like this. So I'm just looking for highlights in this picture here that I'm looking at, and then I'm just trying to put the highlights here. And sometimes, like, my underdrawing isn't perfect, so like the area I'm putting a highlight on might not be perfectly drawn, so it might not make as much sense as it should necessarily, but so what? You know, we're just gonna put a highlight where it could be anyway. So we just kind of get a sense of what's going on. It doesn't have to be exact, you know. This is where I get to saying things like there's so many reasons in our life that put pressure on ourselves to do things perfectly, you know. And like very seldomly do we say, you know what, you don't do this badly, you know. I'm gonna draw and I'm not gonna be too concerned with if it's a perfect drawing or if it looks good or bad. I'm just going to be concerned with whether I'm having a good time. Is it fun? Do I enjoy putting these lines down? Is the drawing fun? Because like, you know, I think that's a bigger question. And I think if you have fun while you're doing your drawing, I think your audience will have fun when they get to look at your drawing, you know? Does that make sense? What do you think? So many things in life that you got to take seriously. It's nice to kind of take a second and remind yourself that you don't have to take everything seriously. You know, so many things in your life you need to take seriously, but why not just enjoy drawing? You know, or writing, or jogging, or doing special effects, or you know, when you're doing somebody's nails or you're at work, kind of take a second and just like let the process burn a little frustration off. You're lucky, you know? All right, what do we think? What do we think? I don't wanna change too much because I'm liking what we got going here. But a little bit of highlights here, his eyes, nose, bottom of it, something like that. What do we think? It's our bass player. What do we think? Sunlip, thank you so much. How did I get so good at art? If you subscribe to the channel and like the stream, I'll tell you. I talk about how we do it while I'm doing it. Not only that, but thank you for being kind, coming in and saying something kind like that. Very nice. And it's very encouraging. I got good at art because people like you say kind things and it encourages me to make more art. And okay, Flag, you're supposed to be on my side. Now you're just making fun of me. 50. I hate you. I can't ban my main mod, the mod god. Oh. Uh, but yeah, Sunlip, give us a follow, give us a subscribe. You'll get more back talk from Flag. She's our main moderator here. She says, Gabriel, I gotta control your ego. Well, thanks, Flag. All right. Does anybody have any requests as far as instruments? Let's do an organ, maybe an organ musician. Jazz organ. That could be cool. That could be cool. Oh, I like this. All right. All right. Moving on. Um, it's flat. Sunlips says its unique art style. What would you call it? I would call it scribbling and smudging. I don't know. Maybe like impressionistic, automatic art. I don't know. It's just charcoal smudges. Um, be sure you've subscribed, Sunlip. I would love to have you at other streams. So yep, I'm a digital artist and a writer by any print. Yes, flag does show up at every stream. Amazingly enough. She's my best friend. Hear you talking about my best friend. That. Something like that. And you ask how I get so good at art, and that's only half fair because honestly, it's not even about how good you are at art. It's about giving yourself permission to be bad at art. You know? That's how you get good at it. And it's not even like, am I good or it's hard to say, I think it's kind of in the eye of the beholder. Not only that, like the way I draw, I like to think that it's like looking into a cloud where a lot of what you see maybe not might not be on the sheet of paper, but it might be in your imagination. It's like, is everybody seeing the same thing that you're seeing in the drawings? It's like it's really hard to say. So like giving yourself permission to um like draw badly, I think is going to allow you to draw well over time. I think maybe that's what I like to think I'm doing is I'm drawing in a way that gives myself permission to draw badly, you know, and and not judge myself for it. So I would say step one is allowing yourself to draw badly and not being mean to yourself for it, not judging yourself for it, but just kind of having a nice time putting lines down on a sheet of paper. And over time, I think you get better at it. What's up, Roberta? What are you apologizing for? All right, so I'm trying to pull this. It's the worst part about drawing pianos is that, or just like jazz musicians in general, is like so many gadgets and things. You gotta draw all the. And if you don't put everything in the right order, somebody's gonna notice. Somebody's gonna notice. You know. So we're gonna mind our P's and our Q's. Put everything in the right order. Right place? I don't know. Right order? I can do that. We can put things in the right order. And I like to feel like if things are in the right order, but not necessarily the right place, we start to forgive it. We start to kind of use our imagination to fill in the blanks. You know, so much of this experience is just Our brain filling in the blanks, you know? So maybe that's what we're doing here. We're just trying to set something up so somebody else's brain can fill in the blanks. So when you're drawing, if you like try to convince yourself that you just have to put enough down on the sheet of paper for the audience's imagination to do the work, you know? Well, thanks, Sunlip. Yeah, and again, like part of allowing it to take shape is like to be okay when the drawing's bad. You know, sometimes the drawing might always be bad. It might not get any better, you know, or if you can be patient through the time when the drawing is bad, um, with your help, you know, maybe it'll turn that corner and become a nicer drawing that you really love. And you just can't really know until you've given it a shot, you know. And the beautiful thing about drawing is like you don't have to be good at it. It's okay to be bad at drawing. You know, there's other things in life where it's like you have to be good at it for life to work wonderfully, but drawing, you know, you could be bad at it. Nobody ever said you have to be good at drawing, and sometimes people really love to look at bad drawings, you know, because art is kind of subjective to whoever's looking at it. So you might think something looks bad and somebody else might think it looks wonderful. You know, and it might be your own drawing. You might have a drawing that you think looks bad, but over time you show it to other people and you realize, oh, well, other people like it, and it's maybe that's can be as important, if not more important than, you know, liking it yourself. Because if I can do a drawing that I don't necessarily love, but I had fun doing it, right? And other people like it, I think it's a winner. Because part of the importance of drawing isn't making a perfect drawing. The part of the importance of drawing is the exercise in your mind. You know, when you draw, you get to relax if you're doing it right, you know? And I think part of what we're doing here is trying to kind of let go and relax a bit, not be too concerned with details or making anything perfect, you know? So this guy here, something like that. All right, I think that's pretty good. What do we think? I don't want to go too much further and overwork it. Hello, Mr. Piano Man. What do we think, y'all? What do you think, Sunlip? Thanks for hanging around. Be sure and subscribe. Like the stream, I'd appreciate it. All right, I think that looks pretty good. Here, y'all want to see some details? It's chaos up close, y'all. It's just complete chaos. But from a distance, this drawing of this guy makes me think we should do a DJ, right? Should I do a drawing of a DJ? Does anybody in the chat have a request? Maybe we'll do a couple more jazz musicians and then maybe a DJ. Let's see. Let's just do a DJ. Now let's look for a turntablist. That's what we're looking for. Okay, I can dig it. I can dig it. Now we got something. All right, what do y'all think? What's up, Jelly Bean? What do you mean you sent $10? What's that mean? How you sent $10? I don't believe you. I don't even know how you would send $10. If you did, how? Oh, Flag, did you just make a request for Magneto, or were you saying the drawing of the Piano Man looks like Magneto? Jelly Bean, if you sent me $10, send me 10 more to prove it. Moving on. Up next, sharpen my pencils. Oh. Which Flag is saying is that you meant to say send $10, not sent $10. It's a request. Hell no. What do you want, sweetie? What you want, sweetie? What you want, boss? All right, I think we're just gonna do a couple more drawings. You're hanging out in the chat. If you're in the vertical, be sure and subscribe to the channel, please. Subscribe, 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 subscribe. All right, so what's this guy doing here? That, this here. Okay, this has got to be cut in half. Okay. Okay, something like this. Right. Trying to find this line here. Okay, something like that, maybe. Okay, so let's start getting some more of these details down before I lose hold of this drawing. Wow, kind of looks like the last drawing we did, huh? Okay, I promise it's not the same drawing again. But you stick around, Jelly Bean. I'll send you $10. Tomorrow's stream, I send everybody $10 on tomorrow's. Never on today's, but always tomorrow's. Okay, so that's a hand here. And this hand back here. Okay, something like that. All right, and then let's something like that there. And then we'll do like this. And then our guy is actually wearing sunglasses, so let's respect the swag. All right, so then if we're looking here, he's actually, this is the fader. Okay, and back here, we've also got another record. Okay, so something like that, right? And then these motherfuckers, I don't know if y'all have seen the way these things work, but dude, they have so many cables. Well, make sure we're respecting the work it takes to put in all these stupid cables. All right, and then this one. All right, so that's the beginning. That's the beginning. That's the beginning. It's a little crazy, but I'm having fun. All right, so let's see what happens. There's gonna be a lot of smudging in this one. Well, not too bad. I like this new charcoal pencil. All right, all right. Let's find some more shadows before we go any further. I feel like our guy here got some pants there. He might not be able to tell that that's pants, but I know. Shadow over what must be his arm here. Right? Something like that. Shadow here across his chest. Definitive shadow there. Something like that. His hand's coming across here. So here's his hand. Let's not lose track of that. Let's make a decision here and put this shirt like that. Okay, I like that. This is gonna be dark. This is gonna be dark. Something like that. Okay, so we're just trying to find highlights and shadows here. All right, so now we'll have to do some more smudging. Some more smudging. Well, how are y'all doing out there in internet land? What's been up? No, I will not send you $10. But I do appreciate the audacity to come into an artist stream and ask for money. Gosh. I bet you Jelly Bean's out there trying to squeeze water out of a stone as well. All right, let's find some highlights here. Okay, so like this. Maybe here. Something like that. Kind of break up that line here a little bit too. Something like that. We also got like maybe some highlights through here. Yeah, some highlights like this through there. Way down to what we're gonna call his hand. Here we got some details here on this hand. It really feels like a hand. We might have to work on that a little bit. Go back to this hand. Bring out some highlights there so we know that it's a hand. That's where our focus is. Okay, all right, all right, all right. Let's find some highlights here in our face. Chin, a bottom lip, maybe a nose. Right, a cheek right there, something like that. Forehead, maybe a line here. Emphasize that there's like a headphone here. Okay, I think we could hit that a little harder. Here too, maybe. And I still want to, I'm gonna try to just do the hand a little more like that. Kind of had like a crab hand, like, but it was hard to kind of articulate it with charcoal and a scribble. That. Something more like that. And then That's pretty good. Guy is wearing shades in the I think I'm gonna skip the shades and I'm gonna leave his pupils out. Just cause. Let's add some high little spot here in the middle of this record here. And let's add some lights on the fader, you know. I mean on the EQ here, maybe something like that. You know, there's probably a light here on this turntable. Light here on this turntable. Something like that. All right. Our DJ, what do we think? Yay or nay? We digging him? I almost figure like we do need to kind of looks peak. Oh well, thank you, Flag. I feel like we need to respect my guy's glasses. He had glasses in the main reference. Let's bring these bad boys back. Here we go. Boom. All right, I think we're done. Flag seems to like it. All right, and there it is. My DJ. Pretty fun. You want to see some details? The one, the mixer, and the two. The one and the two. There's my guy with his shoulder up holding his headphones. DJing. Boom. There it is. All right, we're going to do one more and then we're going to call it. We're going to wrap it up for the evening. Thank you for being here. It's really wonderful to meet all of you. Everybody from Demonic Angel to Marcella, whose name is actually Belinda. Sunlip, I hope everybody subscribed. I'd like to see y'all again. Of course, the Mod God Flag. Be sure and like and subscribe. All the other fun stuff. You know what? I think we're done for the night, actually. We'll spend the last 5 minutes looking at what we've done. I'm going to get out of here. Thank y'all for hanging out. Don't forget, if you're an artist, it's not always about just drawing to make pretty pictures. Sometimes the focus is to have fun or maybe like get stress off your chest. You know, it's okay to draw ugly pictures. You know, maybe you have bad feelings, you're dealing with conflicts in your life. You can pick up a pencil and a piece of paper and you can start drawing and you can instantly feel better. It's basically a superpower, having the talent to take negative energy and to turn it into something positive. But I don't want you to forget that if you're having a bad day, a bad week, bad month, conflict from yourself, from school, from whatever it is, remember that you can write a song about it, you can draw a picture about it, you can write a story about it, you can make a movie about it. You don't have to take it out on yourself, you don't have to take it out on your community. You can take it out on art, because that's what art is here for. Art is here for you to have a bad day and then put that bad day into a bad drawing. And over time, although you feel better, all those bad days become good and all those bad drawings become good. So don't forget that. Art is not just about drawing pretty pictures. It's about having a therapeutic way to get things off your chest. So next time you start drawing, forget about trying to make it look good or perfect or realistic. And just worry about it being fun. Don't take it out on yourself. Don't take it out on yourself. Do not take it out on yourself. Take it out on art, y'all. What it's for. Proud of you. I love you. And we'll see you next time. That's it. All right. See you tomorrow, Vertical YouTubes. It was nice to meet you. Okay, all right. So we finished that. That wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. Thank you for helping out over there, Flag. I don't know which one you're on now, but we're back to my regular Twitch stream. That was cool. Thanks again, Flag. Let me go wash my hands. I'll give you a new can of food, bro. We eat at the same time. One second, sweet boy. 1 second, I'm washing my hands. Oh, Flag, were you making a request that I draw Magneto? Or were you telling me that my drawing looked like Magneto? I wasn't sure. And then I didn't get confirmation. One thing about charcoal is like it does seem clean compared to paints, but like it still makes a fucking mess. Still makes a fucking mess. Get some tunes going here. Oh. That's pizza. You and I are gonna eat at the same time. Here's the thing, you already had one bowl of food. You already had one can of food today. Cats don't get 2 cans of food. All right, well, Flag, I think I'm probably gonna get out of here. I just wanted to do our quick nightly stream. We got in our hour. It was nice. I appreciate you being here. Love you. Proud of you. Keep becoming a better person and a better artist every day. Take it out on art. Take it out on art. I'm getting out of here, but I'm gonna leave it rolling for a second in case somebody else comes in and says hello.